Hi.
Hi, everybody. We're in a new little studio space. We are feeling like the best versions of ourselves today. Welcome back to the STFU Moment Podcast. I am your host, Kristy, and I'm here with the talented, beautiful, amazing Akansha.
Hey, everyone.
And this is where your excuses come to die. So give us your excuses so we can squash them. All of them.
Exactly.
Like little bugs. Sorry, little bugs. What are we talking about today, Akansha?
We are talking about something that I'm so passionate about.
You are really excited about this episode. I love this.
I am like shining brighter than the sun today.
You are.
Okay? With my new highlights.
That's right.
But jokes apart. We are talking about how not to dim your light.
That's right.
How to be your authentic self and shine brighter than the sun itself. I'm so passionate and I have so much to share. I'm feeling so lively. If I had the ability to take banners and just go parade on the streets and be like, do not fucking dim your lights for someone who does not value you.
That's right.
I would be doing it.
I love this. Okay, so let's start. Let's get right into it. So, Akansha, what do we mean when we're talking about don't dim your light? Like, what is your light, essentially?
Your light is your true authentic self. You know,
Yes.
whatever it is. If you love the drama, if you like to over-exaggerate, if you like to party, if you're a fun-hearted person, if you love with a strong heart, whatever it is, those are all your strengths, not your weakness. And if someone says that you're too much, you're only too much for them because they don't know how to handle your light.
Yeah.
And you don't have to dim yourself, to change yourself for someone who cannot take you as who you are.
That's right. Oh, I love this. And the reason this topic came about is we both had experiences lately, not with us. I think we're people that are in our circles love our light. I think that we've drawn a lot of people to us and that are shining as bright as we are. But I was telling Akansha, I had this client recently and they went to an event and they dressed up as their, not even dressed up, they were just themselves. And they were being, having comments sent towards them that were kind of the way she described it were like disguised as compliments. Like they could have been genuine, but they kind of weren't. They are not generous. Where they were like genuine, but it sounded, for her experience, it was disingenuous. So she asked me and she told me she asked her husband. She said, she's like, am I too much? And I just said to her, I was like, fuck no. No, never is anybody too much. And I asked her, I said, what you did was either it was an actual loving compliment or it was a trigger, an activation in the other person that you activated in them. That was outside of you. So that you stemmed a reaction in them so strongly that it came out as a disingenuous compliment or a real compliment. So that's not your responsibility. That's not your responsibility to move in to make yourself smaller for.
Not at all, because I read this somewhere, which is when someone gets triggered or, they start commenting or they get angry, it's because you triggered an insecurity that they already have about themselves. It's not because of you. It's what they are and who they are and how they're feeling. So when in that situation for your client, I think you can dress as beautifully as you want. You can wear the colors that complement you. You can do whatever you want in that scenario. And if someone does not like it, it's because they're not comfortable with how you dress, because they don't have it.
Yeah.
To dress like that for themselves, or they're not confident. So whether it is genuine or ingenuine, you be you.
Well, and this is what I said. I said, listen, you do not need to dim yourself down to make others comfortable. That's not your job. That's not what you're here to do. All right? If you showed up as your most authentic self, then you've done your job, right? That you did the best that you could do. Two things are going to happen. One is that person's either going to be inspired by you because they didn't dress up or they didn't, not even dress up. It's not about the clothes. If they didn't come as their authentic selves.
Mm-hmm.
So that's either going to, one, inspire them to do so moving forward, or two, they're going to talk about you. Because you triggered something in them that is as you're saying, is an insecurity in themselves, and they're miserable about it. So they have to bring you down to their level. They have to bring you down. So they're going to talk, they're going to gossip, they're going to do whatever, but that's not your responsibility to solve. It's not your responsibility to make them feel better. It's not your responsibility to make them feel comfortable. Your only responsibility in this lifetime is to live authentically. And she did that.
100%. Wasn't it a couple of weeks ago where I was telling you that I was dressed in my, the brown dress with a collared shirt underneath it, and someone made a comment like, oh, why are you dressed like a nun? But everyone else beside that person was like, oh my God, we love this CEO style of you.
Yes.
Like this looks powerful and everything. And that person, and I didn't go fight with them. I didn't do anything, and I just laughed with them.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe because I like going to the church.
Funny how when other people feel some kind of way, we automatically be like, go into, okay, what did I do wrong? Like, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to change them? Right? It's never has anything, it always reflects back on how we think that we should solve it.
Mm-hmm. It's the God syndrome. That's what I like to call it. It's when you have this need in you to fix others, the need in you to make others feel better. But everyone is different.
Yeah.
Everyone is unique in their way, in their own separate, different ways. So when people really start commenting on dimming your light
Yeah.
to bring you down, or disguised as I am going to save you because you do not look appropriate, or this is too much, or things like that, F off.
Yeah. Well, I asked her, I was like, okay, so say you dimmed yourself to their level. You didn't show up dressed as you were. She's like, well, I was dressed down for the event. Like, I didn't even go as big as I could go. And I was like, okay, say you went to whatever they were wearing or whatever they thought would be comfortable for them. How would you feel? She's like, that's not me. She's like, I don't feel good. And I was like, there's your answer. You can't show up to make somebody else comfortable. We're so used to showing up to make sure that other people are okay, to people please, to make sure that they're comfortable, almost against our own comfort, almost against not even comfort, our own highest self.
Just kind of reminds me, last year, one of my cousins got married in India, and I was there for their marriage. And everyone was dressed in pastels. Light colors, it's a night wedding. Everyone's very subtle dresses and everything. And I'm wearing a deep bottle green colored lehenga with gold work on it, red lipstick, brown smoky eyes, a dot on my forehead, and jewelry and everything. And I did not feel like anyone was dimming my light or I was dimming their light, because we all have different personalities. I love dark colors. I love wearing a red lip. So I would do it. And that actually compliments that, oh my God, you are standing out because you're dressed differently.
Wow.
Whether it was genuine or not,
Yeah.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
I was happy. I was having fun. I did what I needed to do. Even for their engagement, I was wearing such a heavy skirt with a white crisp shirt with a collar, and I was looking and living my life.
Yeah.
I was being authentic to me because that's my style.
Yeah.
That's what I want to be. I don't want to wear pastels.
Right.
I don't like pastels to begin
Gotcha.
with. I feel like they flush me out. But it's not even about colors or anything. It's about, you have to be authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
And outshine the previous version of you.
Yeah.
Do whatever, I'm sorry, if we were to talk about it, imagine Kristen dressing up in corporate clothing.
I couldn't. I don't imagine that.
I would take her to the side and be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I love her whimsical outfits.
Yeah.
I love the personality she brings into this into the room, you know? And similarly, if I were to see you wearing like, I don't know, like whimsical clothes, I'll be like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this is not you. Like, we can have elements of each other, but it's not dimming each other's light.
No.
And I mean, you go shine brighter than the sun. That's what I want to say. Don't let other people's comments about you being too much put you down.
No. Well, and just to clarify, like, it really has nothing to do with the clothing. And I told her this, and I was like, it's probably, like, it was probably part of it. Like, you dressing beautifully and showing up, you know, hair done, makeup done, whatever. Part of it. But because of the work that her and I have been doing together, and I've seen the transformation that she's had, I was like, the first thing they picked up on was your energy. The first thing they picked up on was how magnificent and how much of a light you already are. And people who are going through stuff don't want to see other people going, you know, succeeding. Or they do, but it just depends on what's going on in their head. But you can't figure that out, and it's not your job to either, right? But they can feel an energy. They can feel when somebody's, you know, bursting with a success, whatever that success means for them. We're not going to define it because it means something different to every person. But if you're radiating success or abundance or, you know, self-love and whatever it is, like, people pick up on that, and it's going to trigger something in somebody who doesn't have it, you know, because they haven't experienced it. So if you're experiencing it, they're going to nitpick. They're going to feel some kind of way. You're going to feel that energy that they're radiating off them. But it's your job to stay in your truth. It's your job to stay over here and be like, I see this person is hurting. I see that this person is feeling some kind of way, but that's not, I don't get to take that on. That's not mine. That's not my truth.
You're only responsible for your own emotions and for yourself.
Yeah.
And the only thing you're in control of, nothing bad coming out of your mouth. You're sending love towards, you know, whoever is harming you.
Yeah.
You send them the ray of sunshine, love, prayers, whatever you want to do to protect your own karma, to protect your own self.
Yeah.
But again, do not let the ideology of someone else bring you down, because we are unique in our own ways.
Yeah. And I think with the episode that we previously, that's coming out the week before, that came out last week, which is when this will come out, we talked about that you don't look back on, not even look back, but you don't look towards somebody who's criticizing you or who's, you know, sending you negative energy and then dim yourself down them. No, you look towards the person that is shining bright as you are, if not more, and then you're going to them. You're leading towards them. You're trying to figure out your path towards them. I told this client, I was like, I don't want to ever, I didn't say this, but I was like, I'm hoping I would never hear her again say, am I ever too much? I don't want to hear that come out of anybody's mouth, because not in a rude way, but because no, never, absolutely not. But I said to her, I was like, if I were you, I would never ask that about myself again. Because 100%. I was like, are you happy? And she's like, I'm very happy, like for the first time in years. And I'm like, then that's all that freaking matters.
So interestingly, I was having this conversation yesterday with my sister. My cousin.
We're so in sync.
I know, right? So on my drive back home from Toronto, I usually call her. And we talk about anything and everything. So yesterday she was talking about something, like, I don't want to bring the whole conversation that we were having about, just to give the gist. She was talking about maybe that person thought that you're too much for them. Okay.
Good for them. No, I'm just kidding.
And my reaction was, okay, that's perfectly fine. I can be too much for them, but am I too much? No. Maybe they were too less for me.
Yeah.
How about that perspective? It's about how you think.
Yeah.
Because you, I, or anyone, we're not too much for the right people.
No.
The right people will come ignite us.
Yeah.
Like, you and I, we're giggling all the time.
Yeah.
Are we too much for each other? No, we complement the energies.
Yeah.
we complement each other as human beings,
Mm-hmm.
and we accept the other person for who they are, whether it is on the good days, whether it's on the bad days. You ignite the fire in the other person, and that's the kind of person that I want to be, and I want the others to be.
Yeah.
So if you are someone who's getting to hear, especially like we hear this also a lot when the dating scenarios or business, that that's the idea is too much,
Mm-hmm.
or you're doing too much,
Mm-hmm.
you need to take it slow.
Yeah.
Or a man or a woman can tell each other like, oh my god, they were too much for me, I could never handle. They're not too much.
Yeah.
Your thinking is limited,
Yes.
but that limitation should not hold weight on the other person. So
No.
you have to be your true authentic self, because Chrissy, in all honesty, I have dimmed my light for
Mm-hmm.
others.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have dimmed my light for so many people. And I realized that a part of me was losing every time I had to dim my light more,
Mm-hmm.
because they were not changing.
Yeah.
Or like in terms of talking about relationships,
Yeah.
the other person's not changing. You're dimming, and then you come to a point where you go towards depression because you don't understand who you are becoming.
Yeah.
You're not able to focus on your business. You're not able to focus on your life, and you keep on spiraling in those thoughts. But, it took me time to come back to my own light and, to accept for me for who I am, and accepting that, no,
Mm-hmm.
if I am shining brighter than a sun and you're someone who cannot take the light of a sun, go find shade.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why should you don't when the sun is shining bright in the sky, noon, do you tell the sun to dim himself? Like, okay, sun, I need you to dim yourself because I need to go out. No, you take an umbrella with you,
Yeah.
or you don't go out.
Yeah.
The choice is yours. But
Exactly.
the sun will not stop shining just because you have to go out.
No, I think it takes I shouldn't generalize. Everybody's experience is different. But for me, it took something to really love myself, to accept that my muchness is my superpower.
It is.
Like the people that I'm drawing into my life through my bigness, through my big dreams, through my big energy, are the people that I've been searching for so freaking long. Like, you are my people. Like, Akansha and I, we have this beautiful group of women, and we're all business owners. We're all starting beautiful projects. And I'm like, where have you been all my life? Because I have been in those circles. In Gravenhurst. I have been in these circles where people... Stop it. Stop it. Stop it right now. But I've been in these... I've been in these circles where people are like, it's not in the cards for you. You can't do that. You're not, like, you're from this part of town. Like, you can't. You're from this region. Like, just all the limiting things that I allowed myself to dim myself to because of the people that I was encircling myself with, that I was hanging out with. And again, they're not wrong. They're not wrong in what they did because it's what they believed.
Mm-hmm.
What was wrong is that I believed it too.
Yes.
And then I let myself become this like endless people pleaser. And then it took something of great self-love to be like, I'm not this. Like, this isn't me. Like, no wonder I feel depression. No wonder I feel so anxious all the time.
Yeah.
I'm incredibly not me. I'm trying to be somebody that I'm not, just so that I can fit in with these group of people, or so that I can make these people comfortable or feel good about themselves. But that's not my job. And I'm putting myself on the back burner to make other people feel comfortable. I'm not even comfortable in my own skin. That's not okay. That's not, who said we were supposed to do that? Where did I learn that? I know where I learned that. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, question it. Question it.
I think that's and we've been saying that a lot through our episodes, like, question.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just blindly listen to anything and everything that the other person is saying. Question. Know yourself to the T, so that other person who's coming and pointing a finger towards you, you can show them that, hey, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't give that reaction to people. Don't let them feel like whatever they're saying has a power on you, because that's when they're winning.
Yeah.
That's when you're letting other people's opinion take over yourself and dimming your light. But you don't have to.
No, I think that was one of the greatest things. Like, I have a bachelor's degree, and even though I'm not practicing like what I went to school for, I am in a way, because the best thing that going to that school what did for me was to critical think, to not question, to not accept something that somebody said to me, or accept that this is truth.
Yeah.
I think the best thing that's happened is that I have developed that critical thinking brain, and not like to cynic. Like, it's not cynicism. It's questioning whether or not I want to take that energy on, whether or not I want to take that belief on, and, let that embed inside me. And what I choose now, like, I'm very selective with what I choose to let into my little precious brain. I am very selective, but I didn't get there overnight. But it started with that questioning. It started with being like, okay, like, that doesn't sound like something I want to be.
Also, I feel it where you're feeling those things in your body. What chakra is blocked? Where are you feeling that energy kind of festering in of the other person? Like, how is it making you feel? Like,
Yeah.
especially when you're asking yourself those hard questions, why? You're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in your body. And then you keep on spiraling down to, like, keep asking why. This is an EFT technique until you come to the root.
Yeah. The body will show you. I would pay attention to how drained you feel after hanging out with somebody who's inviting you to dim your light.
Oh my God, I need to cut so many people.
They're gone. They're out the door.
But that's true, right? And it's also like it comes down to the thing is, what is their idea of too much? Or even if you were, say, limiting yourself and dimming yourself, you'll still be too much for them. Because if someone wants to take fault out in you, they will keep on finding those negative things about you because they don't want to see the positivity. That's not something wrong in them. It's just they were never taught about it, or they don't respect you in that sense. So I was having this conversation with someone, and I was telling them that, I'm that kind of a person where I will tell you a few things now because I'm good on boundaries, where I will tell you, I will let you know that, okay, this is really bothering me, and I'll give you a couple of chances. But I'll give you first chance, I'll give you second chance, I'll give you a third chance. I'm not going to give you a fourth chance.
Yeah.
Because that to me is you not respecting me as a human being, and I don't need to dim my light.
Yeah.
Where are we meeting? How about you, brightening your light? How about you meeting me on my level? Why do I need to come down? Or what is it that you're feeling is too much about me? Because I can tell you there's nothing too much about me. You just cannot take it. That's a different story.
Yeah.
And let's talk about that if you want to have that conversation. But don't let the thoughts of other people put you down too much that you have to feel so depressed and not yourself. Because that's very easy, especially in business too.
Yeah.
Like, your personal life really affects your business.
I am very aware now who gets all of me. And this isn't me dimming my light. I will always show up as my brightest light, but not everybody has the same access.
Not everyone is privileged enough to have the access to you. Right. With this being said, thank you so much for staying till the end, and we hope you share this with the woman or the man that really needs to hear this today. And remember, Kristy and I, we're not ahead of you. We're not behind you. We're walking this path along with you.